Oh, there you are, sweet baby angel, and here I am. Look, you might not have any romantic feelings for me whatsoever. In fact, you might not be into this, but I'm still gonna triple you like you wouldn't believe. Hello, I'm Wilko, the guy who rehashes reality, and welcome to Wilko Rehashed. I hope you're enjoying this series on Netflix. I certainly am. Make sure you have subscribed to this channel. We want to get 24,000 subs on YouTube here at Wilko Rehashed before 2024. Also, give it a thumbs up and comment below with all of your thoughts and feelings as we get through 3 episodes of The Ultimatum, which you can watch on Netflix before you come here and rehash it with me. This is going to be a really long rehash, but if the last really long thing that I gave you is anything to go by, I think you'll like it. Also, another way that you can really support the channel is by giving thanks. There is a little button just below this video. If you could do that, if you can stretch yourself a little bit, it would really help. Now, we must get into the episode. All right, so they haven't made their choices yet, but they're still having some cute dates to figure out who they're going to spend some time with for 3 weeks before they end up making their final decision.
Every time you go on a date with me, you talk to me about my boobs.
Smaller boobs is normally my thing.
So what you're saying is you're curious. I still feel good about wanting marriage, but I definitely haven't been thinking about the ultimatum as much. Starting to think more about my dates than I am about the fact that I asked Ray to marry me. 3 options that you leave with are marriage to the person you came with, break up, or fall in love with someone new.
And that's it. All right, you're contractually obliged to never see that other person again. If you decide that you're not going to be with them, then that's law. I just don't know how Netflix can enforce this. They could say, no, we're not going to be together. And then as soon, like in the car ride to the airport, they could rekindle pretty quickly. In the first episode, Vanessa was giving me some huge red flags. And I'm not saying she's the only one putting that particular coloured flag out there, but she's certainly the strongest, deepest red right now.
I'd been with Xander for 4 years. I lost a spark. And as much as I loved her, like she was more my best friend versus like this thrilling relationship. I would not be comfortable marrying her right now because I'm connecting with you and with some other people, no big deal.
My ex-girlfriend. I feel like I can see the devil in your face right now.
What?
And I could be totally wrong, but I don't think my ex is going through what I am going through currently.
I didn't think I was gonna connect with anyone.
Vanessa, yes you did. You're just that personality type. You love connecting with everybody. Hence why you don't want to be locked down. It sounds like you just want to be in a poly relationship, so maybe just be in a poly relationship. I don't know why you keep stringing Xander along. Anyway, Lexi seems just a tad suspect, but still pretty interested in Vanessa. Lexi, I would lean towards more susso about her than being more into her, okay? Also, Vanessa talking about Xander as if they're just roommates, and oh, that's what I tell my nan. We're just friends. What? Sure, it's a 3-bedroom townhouse, but, you know, we share a bed. But friends do that. So Vanessa is talking about Xander as if there's no spark whatsoever. So why come to the ultimatum? It feels like you're just not really that into Xander anymore and you thought, oh, well, why not? Maybe I'll get my finger in a few pies in this show. Take that how you will.
You're going to be my atomic bomb?
Duh.
If anybody's going to fuck this shit up, I feel like it's the 2 of us.
Oh, I thought you were just stopping at fuck. You want to sit on my face?
I didn't say it, you did.
Somebody get a bucket, dip it in the water, and throw it over Vanessa, because this lady need to cool the hell down. I think Vanessa is here because, well, see my previous statement about the finger in the pies. She's not here to build a relationship with someone. Maybe she's just looking for extra people to bring into the relationship because it feels like she doesn't want to lose Xander, wants to keep that as a friend, but also wants to, like, Pokemon style catch 'em all, you know? That's what you do with Pokemon, right? Gotta catch 'em all. Lexi, though, does have options.
One is like just cozy and like easy. And the other one is like way over here and like the lightning and the thunderstorm. I know what choice is coming up. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
With you, I've been very short.
I think Lexi should make the right choice. Chuck in the comments what you think the right choice is. You want to know my answer? It's not Vanessa. No.
So I kind of want my partner to get the fuck out of the way when I cook. I'm sorry, I'm running the show. Yeah. So I'll like prep everything, right? Like I'll get all the veggies like, maybe I'll be like, oh, can you like cut the carrot or something like that? But don't get in my bowl room.
Tiff is aggressive. And Tiff doesn't normally like strike me as an aggressive name, but Tiff is aggressive. I'm not against it. I don't necessarily want to live with it. Although having someone who's going to cook for me and they don't want me to be in the kitchen, I think I'm okay with that. Don't worry, Tiff. I don't need you to placate me at all with, oh, you can cut the carrots. I don't need to do anything with the carrots. You do all of it. I'm not sure how invested Sam is though. Seems like she's just going with the flow.
I felt like there was a lot of passive aggressiveness.
You were the passive aggressive one?
No,
or
no,
they
no, no.
were?
They were.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mildred.
It's hard, you know? I just don't, sometimes I feel like I don't, like I'm here, I'm tearing up. I try my best and I feel like I'm not understood. God damn it, I'm crying like a little bitch.
Oh, okay, well, just because you cry doesn't mean that you're a little bitch. You telling your partner to fuck off out of the kitchen might make you more of a little bitch than having a cry. Tiff is giving me this vibe is that she's trying to be as stoic as possible all the time, but she's like burying a lot of stuff. Your emotions aren't that bad, Tiff. It's good to have emotions. Share them. Maybe you and Mildred might go a little bit further if you shared some of these emotions. I get it that it's easier to just tell a stranger your feelings than tell someone close to you. Why is that the case? Oh, let's not dig down.
I do want to get married.
Wow.
Whoa, what a turnaround.
I surprised myself. I do want long-term commitment in a happy home and creating a life together.
You've come a long ways.
I know, in 2 days.
What, a couple of
You
days,
look so
yeah.
much happier right now.
I discovered I want marriage.
You did?
It must be, our talks, because I've been just getting a bit clearer every day.
Okay, so Ozzy is, even just in like a couple of dates with Mildred, getting really clear on what Ozzy wants with Sam. So maybe like Ozzy and Sam can just remove themselves from the ultimatum experience. If you have figured out that you want marriage, isn't that the only thing that you're here for? Or do we need to learn some other stuff about the insides? Speaking of learning about someone's insides, I think Vanessa is really into Ray.
Why do you need to understand someone? Like, isn't there a good nervousness? I feel like, I mean, I hate,
about you.
I don't like being nervous.
What I
but
love about you.
Thing about you. And I don't get that a lot.
Okay. I'm not going to respond to that.
I didn't think you would.
You're also beautiful. I think that's what I was thinking looking at you. So you don't take compliments well either?
Nope.
2 days into the choice. So we've had 2 days of dating and now we've got another 2 days and then we're going to make a decision on who we're going to be with for 3 weeks and possibly forever. I'm trying to gauge Ray's vibe. She seems coy a lot. I get that it's weird because you've got cameras around you and Ray's the one who's had the ultimatum thrust upon them from Lexi. So I would have thought that Ray would be more sort of jumping into this. Not as much as Vanessa. No. I don't think anyone's jumping into it as quickly as she is. Vanessa just said, like, that's why I love you. It's day 2 of dating, and you're saying things like, that's why I love you? Not even as a friend. Don't say it at all right now. It's too early.
I'm a pretty sexual person.
Sometimes it's just like, lay me down, shut me up, and like, I am a fucking angel after sex. So I'm always like, then why aren't we doing this more often? With my ex, there was not enough sex. Once a week is just perfect maintenance for me. Twice a week would probably make me a nicer person. But it's not just having sex, so it goes back to the commitment.
Yeah.
Thunderstorm time is very sexy to me.
Yeah, there's like a lot of emotion and senses to it.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's raining here today, so, if anyone wants to pop round. Oh, maybe you and I could have some thunder between us. I didn't see this Yoli and Xander connection happening. Like, I just didn't see it happening with anyone with Yoli because she seems so sour about the whole situation. So I'm actually quite shocked. Also, that they're leading into the sexual chat so early. Yoli saying that if she gets it more than just once a week, that would make her a better person. Twice a week, and she would be so much nicer. That's all you have to do, Mal. Hey, every good car needs a service. Yeah, I don't know if I'm taking it to the mechanic twice a week, but you get what you can get, Imagine saying that to your partner. Think about your partner right now, if you have one, and you say, well, if we just do it more than twice a week, I'm going to be a nicer person. And that's on you.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Okay, that's Vanessa's special skill. Anyone else find that really hot?
Do you think you want to be with somebody who has stability?
Oh, she hates it. No,
Like, I'm up for a
hates the S word.
trial marriage. I'm excited about that. I think for me, I can't go into it thinking, I'm gonna go get fucking married. Yeah, right. My ex, she was the closest to marriage I feel like I could get. But I just feel like when I get bored, I'm like, okay, I'm bored.
I hate that. I don't want to be with anyone who's like, oh, I'm bored. What are we doing? I'm bored. You're a grown-up. It's not my job to entertain you all the time. And you said that Xander's the closest that you could envision yourself getting married, but you've also said that there's no spark and you're basically friends. What is it, Vanessa? I'm really trying to lock down what you want and are. Also, is it weird that I find the word stability sexy? Does that make me so vanilla? What's wrong with me? Oh, I love a bit of stability.
Like an actual chance that Xander could find someone else?
No, I'm beautiful. Right?
You said it, not me.
Xander has been saying she might be asexual and that I'm the only one that she could have feelings for.
What exactly did you think you were going to get out of this process if there was no chance for Xander to be with other people? And like, you're sitting over here and I don't want to get married. What the fuck did you come here for?
Lexi just saying what she thinks, and I love it. Yeah, that is confusing. Vanessa has said some things about Xander in regards to them just being friends and there's no spark. Then, well, there's no real decision to make if there's no connection between you two anymore. And if you're saying that Xander is also here and could potentially be asexual and not necessarily thinking about clicking with anyone like that, then what's the point? Also, you're going to get just a little bit of a shock, Vanessa, when you find out that Yoli and Xander, and Yoli doesn't actually like Vanessa. That's even better. That Yoli and Xander have, they're at least talking about some sexual things, which would surprise Vanessa, I think. Lexi, though, not having it.
I think I don't understand. Why is that upsetting you?
The experience was 10 people coming here, open, ready to accept not just the possibility of a marriage proposal and what that commitment might mean, but also to the possibility of meeting other people here who you could find something with.
No, I get that. The vibe I'm getting from Vanessa is that she's here to have a good time. I don't know if she's necessarily trying to figure out her emotions and how she feels about potentially being married to Xander, which is that the point of the show? Chuck it in the comments. I don't know exactly. I'm still confused as to like the actual point. Because if you shack someone up with someone else for 3 weeks, stuff's gonna happen. And I don't know if ultimately, that's gonna be good for the relationship, the original one. Are you with me? Are we on the same process? Are we connected?
You were legitimately the person I was like strongly considering, but like that growth that I thought I was going to be able to have in 3 weeks with you doesn't seem humanly possible. Your brain, your heart, your mind seem very shut off to this process.
Why is that?
You're not risking anything.
I don't know, Lex.
You didn't think she could be attracted to anyone else.
Yeah.
I just can't see how it's genuine. There's a part of me that's almost like somebody should tell you where the door is. This isn't for you.
Living for all this chat. Thank you, Lexi. She's not wrong. It feels like Vanessa's not risking anything. It feels like Vanessa's not risking anything. It feels like Vanessa's like, Xander who? Whatever. It's like Vanessa has Xander in the back pocket thinking that Xander's not going to find a connection with anybody. That's also a little bit on Xander too, because Xander has allegedly made that clear. Like, I'm not going to find anyone else, so you don't have to worry about me. But you do you, boo. And Vanessa certainly is. But it also, Vanessa's not looking for any clarity. Vanessa's looking for physical fucking.
It's a lie world. Vanessa's a fake person. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm like, she's fake. I don't even want to say her name anymore. She's like Voldemort to me.
If you do get rejected by me.
So you can go live with my ex? This was a terrible end to a date, objectively. Like,
Yeah,
this
I'm
wasn't
just so
fun.
confused how it got that way.
I will never have to look that girl in the face, but somebody else will have to for the next 3 weeks. Likely, my ex-girlfriend. And I'm angry about that.
Lexi's really gone off, and it's gone from like flirty to like bad very quickly. I don't know if we've missed things, but the escalation was a lot. We've gone from she's flirty to you're basically Voldemort and I don't want to say your name anymore. It is going to be super awkward because in my brain, there's a 99% chance that Vanessa is going to pick Ray, and let the mess begin. All right, we're having like a group get-together before we make our choice. Not the final choice, just the choice of like the temporary live-in wife. And we're playing a game. Out of Beyonce and Rihanna, who would fluff better?
Beyonce's not, I mean, I think she'd be great. She'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4. But I don't think she would be, whereas Rihanna would just be like,
Oh, fuck yeah. What would Cardi be like?
that's another one.
Well, now you've really opened up the game. Cardi B in the mix, all right. So we've established that Rihanna would pop the puss better than Beyonce. As a gay man, it's not something that I think about much. Lexi has left a taste in Vanessa's mouth, and it's not the one that I think she originally thought was going to be left there. It's not a good one.
Oh, it's so rough.
Smells like Lexi to me.
You should tell her.
Tequila will never not remind me of Lexi. You're my ex.
How to make friends and influence people. Like she's really just getting people on side. I don't know if it's the editing, but Vanessa is full villain edit at the moment, and she's coming across extremely selfish. And I'm not even sure what the goal is. No, I am. It's just for sex.
So you have that.
I do have that. I think I have a physical attraction to Vanessa. Like 3 weeks would be fun.
I'm a little stressed about
Why?
that. I think
you hate
Vanessa
her?
is like a song and dance in this experience. I'm also strongly concerned about like motives for being here. I think I've been stressed because like my gut's been saying like something's gonna like blow our shit up, and this like feels like it. If I can say that at this point I've gained anything from this process, it's that I know so definitively the things that I deserve in this, but I know what I need by the end of this thoroughly. I know what I need. Your time here seems to have encompassed a good bit of, do I want to just fuck around with someone?
Ray looks shocked at that, and maybe because she's not seeing what Lexi sees in Vanessa and what we saw in episode 1. I don't know. It's also a little bit funny because Lexi has given the ultimatum, right? But then Ray picking Vanessa, is it just because Lexi thinks Vanessa's a bad person? Is that why she's so butthurt about it? Or is it because Ray is feeling a connection with someone else? Like, because is that the idea? I'm still trying to figure out how this is meant to fix things.
You're like
giving you
giving
1
me a
week.
second
I'm
ultimatum here.
Asking if you feel like you're doing any work
I think I'm
towards
having
that.
really interesting conversations, like literally with the same people you are. I'm thinking, do I deserve you? And sometimes I feel like I don't. I'll never like feel what you need.
Without feeling like you can definitively say that it's me, that part will always be empty.
I don't know where to sit with the whole Lexi thing. I agree with her that Vanessa is bad choice, but you know, you got to let people make bad choices so then they can figure out the right ones. But also, yeah, I agree with Ray that she's giving her this second ultimatum of she should know already or she shouldn't have a connection with someone else. She's figuring it out. We're a few days in and you're locked in for a few weeks, so chill.
Lexi, I did feel a little bit of a way when I unfortunately saw you and Xander on a date and was like, I feel like Xander is like my direct insecurity, what your type is and what your type has been with dating white women in the past.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you have my blessings, right, to explore whatever you want to explore. But of course, like my own self, my own ego, my own insecurities, and I'm like, it feels very like,
Let's join some people.
right.
I wanna.
So Mal is, I don't know, coming at it from a different angle than Lexi is with Ray, and Yoli still doesn't want to hear it. In fact, it's like, can we bring some other people over so I don't have to talk to they keep referring to them as exes, which I love. Can we really call them exes just yet? Okay. Technically, it's a breakup. I didn't know. Other people, come over, because I don't want to talk to Mal anymore about any of this. It's weird, but what did you think it was going to be?
Sometimes I'm in my room and I think of you, and I'm not wondering if you're thinking of me. Like,
I don't feel nervous. I just feel hopeful.
Fuck. She's slipping out of my fingertips. I'm not ready to lose her.
I just don't know if Mildred is. Like, I see that Mildred and Ozzy have this little friendship, but I don't know if she's slipping away, Tiff. I don't see Mildred like really connecting with other people. It just seems like she's getting over you. That has nothing to do with the other people, I don't think.
Do you feel like we're connecting now?
It's really hard for me to say, but the kisses, Tiff is trying to force connecting with me, but this happens all the time. Have sex and it's good, and then ignore all of our problems. I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah, I don't think you should. And here's the issue with Tiff from somebody who is not certified. Tiff doesn't want to dig deep on Tiff because Tiff doesn't want to figure out stuff. So Tiff's never going to be able to give Mildred what she wants because Tiff isn't even going to give that shit to herself.
I know this. I'm actually an Instagram influencer paid to do content. Are you serious?
Me too.
Yeah, I'm like an Instagram poet base. Okay.
She is a fake person.
I think Vanessa is, I'm just like, why are you here and what's up?
I agree.
She's like a narcissist. The Jason Sandler who felt a lot more like honest. It like threw me for a loop and I was like, okay.
Do you feel like you're more secure about why Xander's here? Obviously, they're a couple. Sorry if I've...
Yeah. I really hope so.
It is interesting that Xander was the one giving the ultimatum saying that she was so sure about this and that she's got this very obvious connection with Yoli. I do love that Lexi and Yoli are connecting over their mutual dislike for Vanessa. While Vanessa is over with Ozzy just going, oh my God. Like, yeah, like I'm basically an Instagram poet. Me too, doll. No. We all know that I'm not an Instagram poet. I'm a YouTube cult leader.
Is Yoli?
Really?
Yeah.
She hates it.
I think.
Yeah, please explain that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So like, I
give her
think
a second.
that, I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely like getting confused. I think Yoli is a lot similar to you. I don't know that you guys are going to be friends in this experience, but like, I think that you guys are pretty similar. Are you okay?
Yeah, she's just not very nice to me. Like a fucking idiot.
Why? You should not. I don't want you to feel that way.
I think I want to walk away. That's okay.
I don't want you to do that.
I think we shouldn't have talked. I really don't want to talk to you if you went with her.
I don't know if that's fair for me.
Emotional manipulation at its best. Yes, I understand that it's odd that Xander has said, I'm so sure I want to get married and I'm bringing you to this show called The Ultimatum. But now Xander is having feelings for someone else. That is a little bit confusing. But you, Vanessa, trying to emotionally manipulate Xander because you don't want Xander to be with someone who was mean to you. I don't think it would matter who it was. Vanessa wants Xander to want Vanessa and nobody else. But Vanessa wants to be able to want and be with whoever Vanessa wants. You know who it feels like? And you may not have watched this series, and if you haven't watched The Rehash, you should. The Bachelors. The AU Bachelors, just from earlier this year. There's a girl called Jess, and she's very similar. Yeah, I want you to be with me, but I'll be with everybody, but you only be with me. You get it?
You know that she has not been nice to me, and you're
The only time I've witnessed it was at the last cocktail party, which is like so brief for me. Like, I don't.
Yes, but you noticed it. Yeah. Whatever. Baby. No.
I hate that. I really wanted to see so much progress with Vanessa, and I don't feel like I'm receiving that. I want her to let me experience this experience for why I'm here.
No, I get it, but then you're also, apparently you said that you're asexual and the only person you can find attractive is Vanessa. So I can see from Vanessa's side, a little bit of devil's advocate, that is confusing. Vanessa, though, is clearly just trying to be emotionally manipulative. Well, she's mean to me, and you know that, and you saw that one time that she was mean to me, and she doesn't like me, and that's the one that you've got feelings with? Yeah, you can't help who you got feelings for.
Xander came into this telling me I was the one. And I think tonight was the moment that I realized that I'm not the one for Xander. So I just want to be alone. As of tonight, I'm sure it's a no.
You're sure that you're going to say no to Xander at the end of this, no matter what? It's so early on. You sat there with Xander and said that you want to like have both of them throw themselves into this experience, and Xander's doing that. Yes, I get that there's some other stuff that Xander has said prior to going into this, but you've also said that you've lost the spark with Xander and you're basically just roommates. So I'm trying to figure out what you want, Vanessa, because it feels like a cake and eat it too situation. Now it is time for us to make the choice. The choice. Oh. It's so weird. We sit around a table and we just say our choice, and then hopefully our choice says us back, kind of like a speed dating thing where you give your number and you hope the other person gives their number and, you know, fingers crossed it matches.
I initially was attracted to Ray because I've dated someone like Ray.
Who was that?
What?
Who is this?
It's a Bumble
It's not your
person.
time.
Never knew about this. We've been together for 4 years. Never heard about this human. I've never heard about this ex.
It wasn't an ex, really. It was
It's
like
very
it was
interesting.
More like a Bumble Tender person. Not
Is this
that
like
person
Tractor
matters at
Girl?
all.
Okay, no, we're gonna go back to you, Xander.
Okay, great.
Wait, so she's mouthing fuck off across the table to her. So we have to go with an X because of someone called Tractor Girl? Oh, I want to meet Tractor Girl so bad. I can say this because we're friends, but I can say this. Oh, she won't get mad, I don't think. Anyway, one of my closest friends, we used to also give names to the guys that she was dating, like Lifesaver, because he was a lifesaver, Golf Boy, because he worked in a golf shop. Oh, and then there was 6 Inch, the guy who worked at Subway. I think that was the reason we called him 6 Inch. There's no other reason that we would have called him 6 Inch, right? Vanessa being so butthurt and acting out during our very important ceremony is very telling.
Are you ready to make your choice?
Come on, Xander.
I choose Yoli
course.
because I think that you and I had the deepest conversations. I think that we can teach each other a lot. And I think that we can figure some things out together. It'll be great.
Thank you.
Suck on that, Vanessa. So Vanessa tried her best to emotionally manipulate Xander into not picking Yoli because Vanessa maybe felt like it was going down a road that she didn't want. And that road being, well, everyone's meant to want me and I can want everyone else, but everyone's just meant to want me, especially Xander. But Xander fought against it and I love that.
In looking towards the future, I think she'd be a good wife. I love.
Ray picking Vanessa is, well, I guess you got to make those mistakes.
Al, you've been in my top 3 this whole time. I'm really sad we have not had more time together. We had just had a connection from the instant we met, and I think you're a wonderful human.
I only had one interaction with you.
I know.
I haven't always known what a hell yes is, but I have known
what a hell
things that
no
are
is?
no for me. And I think those things scare me, and I think sometimes I lean into those things.
In the next life.
Yeah.
No, Vanessa, what Mal's saying is in no life. She doesn't know what a hell yes is, but she certainly knows what a hell no is. And Vanessa, you would be that hell no.
You're in a way a trophy wife, but also like the person, the breadwinner as well. I don't know how that really happens, but you are. We notice immediately that we are pretty much equals in terms of our personalities. You're marriage driven. Like you're so young and you're so driven. It bewilders me because this is not who I am at all.
Part of me feels that the second you found out that Xander was really leaning into this process, that just soiled your experience. I felt it on our date. I felt the general shift. And my concern is that you going into this next process of this experience, you only at a maximum saw it as a 3-week, 21-day thing, and you're not going to be able to give anything to anyone in this process.
Look, Lexi certainly has her little problematic issues, but I love it. Love it. Call this shit out. Vanessa is clearly trying to be antagonistic. She just called her a trophy wife. You didn't do that as a compliment. I don't think that's a compliment. No.
I felt gaslit. I have concerns for my ex in this process. I don't think you're here for the right reasons.
What reasons do you think I'm here for?
Genuinely, that you came into this process thinking that there was about a 0.001% chance that Xander would have any sort of connections with other people.
Yep.
And I want to add to that, Lexi, you've been telling Xander to fuck off all night, and it's hurting all of us, but you.
It is.
And that should just say so much.
It's hurting who?
Everyone's sitting at this table, except for you.
Why are you sitting across from Xander? You wanted both of you to go through this experience, even though Xander was hesitant. I suppose it was Xander's idea to begin with, but you still don't get to sit across the table and tell them to fuck off. That's not a nice thing. That's not a nice thing to do. Why would anyone want to be partnered with somebody who did that? in an open forum, and strangers essentially can sit there and have more feeling for Xander than you do.
I don't really want everyone to antagonize Vanessa because
what she's
we
doing.
understand because that's the person that you've been with for 4 years.
It doesn't matter if she's someone that no one else understands except for me, and like that's why I love her. I wish that I could divide this whole situation, but like I cannot feel like you guys are protecting me. How do you know that her and Ray would not be able to figure out something together that could make our partners want to be with us? We're the ones that gave the ultimatum, and like I'm not trying to like by any means.
I'll interject on that.
Yeah, wait, before you interject, I've got feelings and thoughts. You're right, Xander. Like, we don't know what's going to happen when you partner people up and they throw themselves into the the experience, and hopefully they figure out where their hearts lie. The issue is it doesn't feel like Vanessa is there to do that. It feels like Vanessa is butthurt that you're actually doing that, because Vanessa kind of just wanted to like mess around. She didn't want feelings involved in stuff.
I don't know what you want out of this, which is fine. There is someone who comes in here with an ultimatum and now they're like, oh, well, I have feelings for someone else. You hearing that, you're like, wait, you came in here with an ultimatum. You knew what you wanted. And now you don't. And now you expect me to know what I want? But you were the one that came in here with the ultimatum.
If it does get to the point where you do spend time with my ex, I hope that you get what you need to out of it, and I hope she gets what she needs to out of it. She and I have a lot to learn in this process, things that we both came here to do.
I agree with Ray and I agree with Lexi. And I guess Vanessa doesn't have to know. I guess you kind of want to know what you want out of something before you start, especially when it comes to this, like the stakes of people's feelings and being heartbroken and all that stuff. Oh, it's just a lot. It's a lot. It shouldn't be a pile on Vanessa, but it also seems like Vanessa cannot see anything from anyone else's point of view. That I've got to give Lexi credit for. She's at least trying to see the other points of view.
Happy my gut speaks so loud. Because of that discomfort, I had to go on that last date with you, and I'm so freaking thankful I did.
Okay, Ray, who do you choose?
I'm choosing Vanessa.
Of course you are.
Are you ready to make your choice?
I am ready. I confidently choose Ray.
She is just sticking the poke in a little bit more. I'm not going to say knife, but she's definitely poke. I confidently choose Ray. Hear that, Lexi? Confidently. As in, I confidently want to do things with her clothes off, but I don't want to get like the emotions in there because I don't want anything stable. I want everything to be like, ah.
Okay, Mel, are you ready to make your choice?
I am. I choose Lexi. I know how to give you what you need in this time. Okay. I was always going to choose you.
Whoa.
I could talk about you forever. Like, you would make an amazing wife.
I choose Mel. It's the easiest choice I've made. I think forever would be amazing with you.
That was awesome.
Was it? It's so weird. So you came here making an ultimatum to your partner because you really knew that you wanted to be with them, and then you're making these weird little, like you're professing things to this person like, I could be with you forever, and Ray's right there. Are you just doing it again to poke a little bit more?
I choose Mildred.
We've been here for a week,
Mildred?
and I've been on a lot of
It's just
dates
a
with you, so I've
friendship
watched you go from saying, Mildred, I don't want to marry, and then 3 days later, you're like, I want to marry. I was like, what? Guys, it just made me really just think about how much this experience is really changing all of us. I feel that the person that was most outstanding to me was Aussie.
Yeah.
I choose Aussie.
They're choosing Aussie. They're just choosing each other as like a friendship thing. And I think Mildred's just like, this is the best I'm going to get, to be honest. I also think Tiff is going to pick Sam. So they've just done a direct sort of swapperoo.
Who do you choose?
Sam, I don't want you to feel I'm coming into this just using you as a side tool. I do choose you.
Okay.
Because you feel like most at home to me. I'm trying to be open. I'm trying. I'm so in love with Mildred. I'm so in love with her.
Oh, that's sweet.
And sometimes it's too late. Sometimes it's absolutely too late.
So Tiff is now showing emotions, but again, what I think about Tiff is that she's not really ever scratched the surface. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to dig down and find out what's hiding in there and certainly in here. And I get it. It's scary to like go to therapy or counseling and actually dig down on some stuff to figure out why you have certain behaviors. But if you don't, you're probably going to end up being a little bit alone. This is why it keeps bubbling up, Tiff, because you keep pushing it down. My friend and I used to have a thing called the bottle, where when we had to table stuff, we'd just pop things in the bottle. We'd go, look, we can't actually work through this issue right now. So let's just pop it in the bottle, and then you and I can like get together, and then we can just open the bottle and go through all the stuff. The problem with the bottle system is that you kind of forget what you've put in the bottle, and then it still just overflows. We've retired the bottle.
I truly care about you. And I love you guys both. And I hope we get to hang out.
I hope she trips on the stairs. Ray's athletic enough not to fall with her.
I hope she trips on the stairs. Oh, Lexi. Problematic for your own reasons, but I really like you. I can't tell now if Vanessa is clueless, because you must know that by you extending your hand like that, that was just going to make the situation worse. Or are you just doing it because you think it's going to make it better? I don't know. And now they must stick with it. They move into an apartment and they're going to share that apartment as wife and wife for the next 3 weeks just to see how things go. I think a couple of them are just for friendship purposes. They think, well, I can at least click with this person and it's not going to be too awkward and I probably won't end up sleeping with them or anything. So that's fairly safe. And then some of them, I think, are actually going to do some stuff and it's going to get messy.
Are you cool with me sleeping in the same bed with you?
Yeah. What time are you planning to wake up? I'm going to be sleeping in.
Well, you can sleep in the same bed and you don't have to get up at the same time. You can get up at different times. That's fine. I do have couple friends that just really hate when their partner sleeps in when they're up. If they want to sleep in, they can sleep in. Why would you let them sleep in?
I always need to sleep with my dog. So
I don't like when my legs feel claustrophobic. I'm open to just seeing how it works, work with it.
But you don't love it.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know.
Yeah, to be honest, like, that does, like, make me a little nervous.
Yeah.
I've never been married, but I've also never, like, dated anyone that's been, like, hesitant about, like, dogs.
Look, I find it weird too when people don't like dogs. But I'm also with Sam. I don't want the dog, like, we can have a cuddle in bed, and then you've got to go to your bed, and then I'm in my bed. That also goes with anyone I would be currently dating. Did you hear me talk about you? And you can say to everybody, I'm only allowed in the bed for a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. And then you have to go to bed. All right. Did you hear that? Did you just burp in my face? Did you just burp in my face? That's disgusting. Something tells me the way that Tiff is reacting that the dog is going to be a big part of this narrative. I think you could make an exception. Like, I understand that you want your dogs close to you, but this person maybe not so into dogs. So sorry, there's dog hair everywhere. So if Sam can get around having the dog like in the life, maybe you can make a compromise, like not have the dog in the bed.
I usually don't sleep with anything on. I am totally fine with sleeping in something. But yeah, definitely a naked sleeper.
Are you blushing now?
Yeah.
Like I'm like wearing something tight almost. But it makes me feel like held. Yeah.
That's nice.
Naked.
Wow. The sparks are flying with Yoli and Xander. And I might be wrong. They might like spark too much and make an explosion and not the good kind. But I don't know. It seems like this is Vanessa's nightmare. Vanessa thought that Xander was just in the bag, waiting for her to, grab Xander out of the bag. But maybe Xander found someone else in the bag with her. Maybe she likes better.
My wife.
Oh my God.
Take me.
Absolutely not.
Take me. Sorry, this dress is so awful.
The dress is awful or the person in it? No, I joke. I kid. Little bit of truth in that. There's fun and playfulness, but for whatever reason, Vanessa rubs me the wrong way. And I think she just wants Ray for the sexy stuff. Thoughts? Pop them in the comments.
Also, when you wash your hair in the tub, does hair like clog?
I always take it out if it does, but I don't wash my hair that much. I know.
This is good. I'm coming to join you in a sec.
Please do.
Oh, okay. Please do. See, they're also clicking too, and I don't know if Lexi's just doing it because Ray is with Vanessa, or is Lexi doing it because she actually feels a connection with Mal and is going to take on this experience the way that she's meant to. I don't know. But they definitely do click, right? And it doesn't feel forced. Like, take me, wife. Take me on the bed now.
Do you drink coffee in the morning? I know you don't really care about caffeine that much.
I do.
I like the taste. We'll have some hot coffee together. It's gonna be great. This is why I wanted to live with you. To wake up, to look at you, but also to build a beautiful life with you. We're gonna build a beautiful life together. Not joking.
I know you're not.
I cannot figure Vanessa out. This is why I wanted to be with you. I wanted to build a beautiful life with you. Like, so Vanessa has 100% just put Xander in the bin. I don't know, he's saying, I want to build a beautiful life with you. We're still in an experiment. Like, we're not building a life. You're figuring out if you want to be with Xander and make a commitment or if other forbidden fruits are tempting. You know what? Even without the caffeine hit, I think I would drink coffee just for the taste too.
So how do you sleep? Do you sleep with like PJs or do you sleep?
Well, I usually sleep naked. I mean, like just my undies, but I would feel more comfortable if I wore my PJs.
I embrace you being nude. Like, I don't mind it. Yeah, I'm a very sexual person, but I'm also very aware. Yeah. So if you want to sleep in your underwear, that is totally fine with me.
Okay.
Mildred, I thought that you and Ozzy had chosen each other because it was just a friendship thing, but maybe it's more than that. Maybe I misread this situation altogether. Or she's just doing a nice thing saying if you want to have your boobs out, then that's fine. Because I was really just getting strong vibes from Mildred and Ozzy, and now this is throwing me for a bit of a 6. A bit of a 6. Throwing me for 6. Sports reference.
Are you like, you want me here? Like, what's good?
Lexi's really getting into it now.
It's a good one. Is this a good one for you?
Yeah.
Wow.
What if I'm like in here?
You can always
do
that. Do you have any rules against playing in your hair?
No, you can do that.
Well, I guess you're meant to embrace the experiment, and they certainly are. I just don't, like, Lexi, you can't really get, I guess, Lexi, is she getting butthurt because it's Vanessa? Or is she butthurt because Ray is finding a connection with someone? Because it seems like you and Mal are going full in. Well, not, man. Well, who knows? Maybe when the lights go out, who knows? I just don't understand how it's meant to fix anything. Again, if you figured it out, pop it in the comments.
Okay.
I'm dying. Oh. Wow.
No, I like that. Maybe not right now. What are you doing?
Well,
turning the lights off. Setting the mood. Setting the night time. Well, I definitely love you, and I'm so happy we chose to live together. Maybe I'll fall in love with you. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a great time. I'm gonna find you more beautiful every day.
Okay, Vanessa, we use the L word too frequently. I know that you then followed it up with maybe I will fall in love with you, but I don't even know if you can like love Ray at this stage. Love just gets so easily thrown around in these shows. So Ray's popping up the lights because she wants to go to sleep. Well, that's her story. And Vanessa is still not dropping the act of really just trying to make it as sexualized as possible. And not that I have anything against her bedroom attire. That looks super comfy. And if I didn't have like a gut, then maybe I would wear something similar. But it is shocking that she didn't come out in something more seductive. Maybe that's for night 2.
So Xander, she's a physical therapist and like has been teasing me with massages. That's sexy as fuck to me.
Oh.
I don't like to be touched by everyone, but all I want is to grab Xander's hand. All I want is to be close to her. I'm just like, well, damn. I found that with someone who I had never have met, wouldn't have met. Well, yeah, just, you gotta pop it back. Oh, that's great.
My neck, my back, Xander find my, oh, wow. I get it. Like being with somebody who's a physical therapist, that is great. But I think it'd be like dating a chef. In theory, it's great, but a chef doesn't want to come home and then keep working. Like chefs don't want to come home and cook. So I don't think a physical therapist is going to come home for a full day of like rubbing people down and go, guess what? It's your rubby time. I can't wait to keep this going. It's like I'm not going to get home to my lover and go, let's make a video together. That's for my OnlyFans account. The Yoli and Xander stuff has really caught me by surprise. I think it's caught them by surprise, and they're like leading in.
But now I just don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Excited to explore more?
Yes.
I I can feel your breath. Are you comfortable doing more? More what? So Xander was so apprehensive about leaning into this and wanted to run. And Vanessa was like, no, we're going to lean into it. And now Vanessa's like, no, Xander, I don't want you to be with Yoli or to lean into it. And Xander's like, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to fully lean in. Wild. Speaking of wild, you won't believe what Vanessa's doing. Or maybe you will.
No move.
That was insanely painful. That's my fucking nipple.
That one was quicker. Do you want the picture now?
Yes. Oh, Lexi's gonna love that picture. That one's for her.
Oh, you messy little sasshole, Vanessa. I can't say I dislike it for the show. It's great. What a cute date. Going to get your nipple pierced. Oh, it's kind of like I could watch your face and I was like feeling it as it happens. That's another reason why I don't think Vanessa is here for the right reasons, is because she just has these little digs. Not even microaggressions, just like mini aggressions towards Lexi. In front of Lexi's, well, we have to say current ex.
I'm gonna just keep flashing you my titties all night. Let's go take these nipples out. And then you flash me yours.
See? See what I mean? She just wants it to get to Jacuzzi Lady Smoochie time. Whereas her ex, Xander, feels like they're building a life with Yoli.
With someone who has similar values to me,
it is a big
I don't want to have
difference.
to fucking keep telling my partner to like clean up after themselves. And you're sweet and not bad to look at. Like it's like not, and we have a good time. So I'm just like, oh.
I thought that I had things figured out. And like now I'm just like not sure where I'm at. I'm not sure.
You are special. She sips.
She sips. I'm shocked still at how quickly that they're connecting. Yoli to me was so shut off at the start, and now here we are. And Xander's done a full flip from knowing exactly what Xander wanted, which was Vanessa, to now. Also, I wonder how Lexi's going with Mal being so shit at cleaning up after stuff. Yoli has made it sound like Mal is just terrible to live with.
It's interesting. With you, some of my rules bend a little, so I guess they weren't rules as much as I thought they were.
I feel like you came in here with the most specific timeline. Are you worried about like what it would mean to get married to somebody? Could your timeline change?
I think I could just be more sure sooner.
How much sooner? Like 6 months?
You helped me realize that we could be engaged, we can build the things that we want together, and I don't have to show up everything to take care of you. We can do this together.
It feels like Mal and Yoli have they've made their decisions. They're so invested in the person that they've made the choice with. How is this show good for relationships? Not good for keeping together, but maybe that's the point. Some relationships do need to break up, and that is true. So now Mal is finding herself bending for Lexi, something which she wouldn't do for Yoli. And Yoli is so happy with Xander because Xander is giving Yoli everything that Mal didn't. Imagine if they end up with their original partners, these two couples specifically, and then they're watching this show back. That's going to be like, we're going to have a chat in the car about this, you know what I mean?
Did you get a lot of sleep?
Yes, I did. I just remember you saying, I'm going to the dog park, and then the door closed, and then that's all.
On the dog situation that's going on right now? Well, I slept on the couch with the dog last night. And I feel like I'm compromising. You know, with Mildred, she's always been afraid of dogs her entire life. She was like, look, I know she's a big part of you. Like, that's your baby. So I'm going to figure out a way to make this work.
Yeah. Well, and I also think it's different because I'm not Mildred, and I think the line is getting blurred. I've never said, like, no, the dog cannot do this or that. I've never said that.
But I also feel like this is a trial marriage, and Shiloh is non-negotiable.
So Shiloh is non-negotiable, okay? Shiloh, where is that name? Doesn't a famous person have the name for their kid Shiloh? Is it the Cruises? Is it Tom Cruise's kid? I don't know. Again, pop it in the comments. Tiff is all for the dog. And it doesn't sound like Sam is totally against the dog, but just not maybe as invested as Tiff would expect someone to be in the dog. Like, I don't get offended. If you don't like my dog, I'm not offended by it. I love my dog, but it's not going to offend me if you don't like dogs or like my dog specifically. Also, I wouldn't be weirded out if you didn't want my dog sleeping on the bed and you've never slept on the bed? Because sleep is so important. Like, it sounds like it was Tiff's choice to sleep on the couch.
Okay, so put in a tough position too, because that's your non-negotiable. But then I also have to take care of myself too and make sure that I'm not just lying to you and just bottling things up.
I see the lack of giving a shit about the dog. And I don't want anyone to be around my dog that doesn't give a shit. Like, I just don't. I want someone to be around my dog who's 12 years old to be around someone who cares. Because at the end of the day, that's what she deserves. That's my child.
I'm just not meeting your expectations of how you want me to act towards you. I am that nurturing, loving person with animals.
I find that very hard to believe.
Yeah, Sam, maybe it's a stretch, but also Tiff, just like, tuk, just turn it down like a lot. Get it? You love your dog. I love my dog. I love Ari. I love. But if somebody didn't want to play with him, that's fine, because it's my dog. I'll play with my dog. You're making it sound like Sam is borderline abusing your dog because Sam just has no interest in your dog. I don't particularly have an interest in other people's dogs. I love my dog. I get that you're in this relationship, which is a marriage, trial marriage. I also can say that the dog shouldn't be on the bed. That shouldn't be a non-negotiable.
I cannot be the person that you want me to be, and I cannot feel bad about that.
I'm asking you to act like you care about my dog. Like, it's not that hard.
If you don't like my dog, you can get the fuck out.
There is some other stuff going on, and we need to sit down and talk about it. Because this is wild. What are we not seeing? What is Sam doing to your dog to elicit this reaction? I don't understand. You want Sam to act like she cares about the dog? The dog and Sam can exist and not have to, like, do anything with each other. This is a trial. You guys, I don't know. Is this an overreaction or is it just me?
I guess we got to figure this shit out. So.
I mean, I want to. I think it just is like the natural progression.
I really want to make this work.
I feel like you're looking at me, or
the eyes are going. Do we have time to work out?
What kind of workout are you trying to do?
Well, you know the workout we're trying to do, but...
Oh my God, I fell down. Hug me.
Oh, this is a setup. You're not falling for it.
Oh my goodness. Well, I assume they had some little lady smoochy time in the bed when the lights went out before, but now we're seeing it for the first time. They're really making this shit work. I think it's just so surprising. I've said it a million times in this episode, but I didn't expect Yoli to be like this. Or Xander, for that matter. How mad would you be if you're Vanessa right now? Well, Xander's getting essentially what Vanessa wants from Ray.
You guys sleep in the same bed. You guys do shit too?
Oh my God. Wow, you have a slippery mouth, you know? We have nightmares and we snore. What else do you want to know?
I know your ass. You had issues with fucking commitment and shit. All of a sudden you're ready? What do you think marriage is supposed to be about?
You're stuck with someone forever and might not.
What? With someone forever.
Yeah. That's my fear. I have a fear of it.
Okay. Well, I get that you have a fear of it, but, you know, you can't be with someone who doesn't feel the same about commitment and marriage the way that you do, Ozzy. You know what I mean? Like, you've got to be with someone who has similar views on this and not using the term stuck with in regards to your partner. That's not good and never going to go down well. Don't say that out loud again, in fact. Even though I don't think Mildred is into Ozzy like that seemed to really put her off. In fact, Ozzy's friend altogether seems to really trigger Mildred in not a great way. Although we got to learn the term slippery mouth, and and you know I'm going to use slippery mouth from now on.
The way I was communicating with you, where it got to the point where I was like tearing up, raising my voice.
Yeah, right.
Did that
It's because
really
you've not worked on yourself at all, Tiff.
I feel like sometimes, like, my past partners, like Aussie, have so many, like, wounds and traumas and triggers. I don't always get to the point where I get to have the conversation after. I really, really want us to have this stuff come up.
And I really appreciate hearing that because that feels like you're on the same team as me. And I can already feel that we can move forward. I don't know. Do you see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Also, it's not your partner's job to work through all your trauma. You have to come into a relationship at least aware of triggers and make your partner aware of triggers. And you also have to know that you're working on yourself before you can get into a relationship. If you're coming in with all this baggage and shit that you haven't worked through at all, I'm not saying your partner can't be there for you for a good chunk of this stuff, but it's not their job to just like make you better. That's no one's job apart from a professional. And yours. It's your job, ultimately. They say that they've resolved it. I don't think they've really resolved the dog issue. The dog issue also feels like it's something else, Tiff. Tiff needs to go chat to someone who can help Tiff figure it all out. It does sound like Mildred and Tiff have never really talked about big issues whatsoever.
If I limit myself to just connecting with one person to that extreme degree of like love and marriage and everythingness, I wonder if I'm always going to miss out. It feels a bit selfish for me to say that, so I don't know.
Well, it feels that way because it is. No, look, if you want to be in a poly relationship, that is your prerogative, and find other people who are interested in that lifestyle as well. I just don't think you can take a square peg and go, why is it not fitting in this round hole? Vanessa, I think maybe you're just scared to say, I want to be poly. Just be poly with people who want to do that.
You also looked very good last night. I didn't expect any different, but I was like, yeah, she definitely understands the assignment. I personally love your body. But I also want to respect you in that and make sure like you're comfortable and move at whatever speed you want to move at. I'm definitely looking, not trying to make you uncomfortable, but I'm definitely like, damn.
I don't know, I feel a little bit uncomfortable, but it's not about me. Anyone else feel like Mal is, and Yoli, just like they've really moved on from each other? I mentioned it before, but the more that this goes on, and I understand you have to throw yourself into this apparently, but this feels intense the way that Mal is speaking to Lexi. It's nice trying to make Lexi feel comfortable and be open and honest, but it feels like Mal is like moving on from Yoli altogether. And I haven't quite figured out where Lexi stands yet, because Lexi's the one who gave the ultimatum. So even though I thought Ozzy and Mildred were just doing this as like a friendship thing, and that's the vibe I'm getting, Mildred seems butthurt now.
I know you're not a morning person.
I know, I like to sleep in.
I wish that you could just communicate more with me with that.
I think our schedules are pretty in sync, apart from you being a morning person. Like, you like to get up super early.
That's because I have to make my food, and then I have to get ready for work, and then I have to wait for you to come out of the bathroom. I'm just like doing so much that I'm usually not used to.
Still trying to figure out what the issue is. Like, I understand that Ozzy hasn't been cleaning, and they showed us all these shots of Mildred cleaning just to establish that Mildred is doing the cleaning. And I find it weird that Ozzy isn't putting in for that. Also, you have to wait for the bathroom. How long is Ozzy in the bathroom for? And are you going to work during this period? I don't think you're going to work, are you?
I remember when we went on dates, you said you were going to cook for me. And we even made a like grocery list together.
Yeah.
I noticed a different person in Aussie. The commitment is just like not matching. We share the fridge, we share the bathroom, we share the bedroom. We don't share the house chores. And I'm excusing Aussie, but then quickly I realized that there's no excuse for you. Like we're in this process. We're in a concentrated marriage for 21 days. This is your moment to shine. Why aren't you doing these things?
I don't know what to say. I cook at home. I mean, at my own place.
Yeah. So does that mean I have to go to your house?
Seeing Mildred like this makes me think about Mildred speaking like this to Tiff and how explosive that could be. Mildred's not wrong. Ozzy needs to pull Ozzy's weight. It's not fair. And if Ozzy said Ozzy was going to cook and do all this stuff, then do it. Feel like they'd made this, even if it wasn't like a conscious decision, but an unconscious decision maybe to just be friends. And it doesn't mean that Ozzy doesn't have to pull Ozzy's weight, but I don't know if you're building a marriage in this setup. I don't think is that the vibe that was going into this?
So you've been on vacation while I've been starving at home.
Yeah, starving. And I bought a lot of frozen stuff. I didn't meal plan. I'll make an effort this week.
Yeah, and you're lucky because when Tiff cooks, I don't help. For me, marriage is like having sense of security and feeling safe with the person that you're gonna spend your life with. Make it right, make it right.
Yeah.
Make what right? Agreed. Ozzy, clean up your shit. Also, if it's your turn to cook, cook. Mildred's coming across not great for me right now. What is it? What is it specifically? I don't know. It's very attacky. Something that is constructive and also deconstructive of the other relationship is Xander and Yoli. Strength to strength to strength to night vision.
It's just the beginning.
Oh my God. Oh. It was just a kiss and now it's a lot more.
Giving yourself, to me, like it feels like really special.
Oh my goodness.
It's means a lot to me. It's almost like I had like already done it so many times in my mind. You know what I mean? So like I almost like knew how great it was gonna be.
And I wanted it again. Was it a bad thing?
No.
I just said again, I'm so shook. I'm spinning everywhere. I'm so shook that these two, out of everybody, these two are the ones that are like going full steam ahead with each other. This show's wild. I love it. And they're not even like the least bit, from what we've seen in the edit, the least bit worried about what their partners are going to say about it. Like they're just in. Someone else is worried about what their partner thinks and has told them what has happened.
They kind of wanted us to talk about what happened last night.
I had a lot of fun last night. I believe I fingered you. I think that was it.
I believe.
Right?
Obviously, we know what happened. How are you feeling about it?
It was like a slice of freedom after we were in jail for a long time. Just in that sense was like euphoric, I think.
I texted with Lexi and called her. She obviously wasn't happy. She's gonna try to figure out what her life is like without me. And to hear her say that we might not have a fucking future is like fucking hard to hear.
I'm trying to figure out why Lexi's so butthurt. Again, all I can come up with is because it was with Vanessa and she's mad that Ray doesn't see what Lexi can see in Vanessa. It's frustrating. I get it. I don't know why you would want to make Ray feel shit about this when you also wanted Ray to throw herself into this situation, and she has, but I guess it's just because it's with Vanessa. That's why you're mad about it. Also, Ray doesn't seem that elated. They're not acting like Xander and Yoli at all, like so glad this happened. Ray seems like sad that Ray has let that happen to Ray.
Just feel like shit.
Yeah.
You give each other the space to explore everything this is. I didn't ask her to tell me she wasn't going to sleep with Vanessa. I tried to tell her to just be careful. I don't think she's here for the right reasons. The person who I thought loved me came here and then slept with that person. It feels like a betrayal. This was not love. Why would I ever want to marry someone like that?
No, someone explain to me this, because I'm getting confused. You're both there and you both had to figure different things out, but you're also trying to build this thing with Mal, and even though it hasn't gotten to that stage, I don't think you can be mad at Ray because she doesn't see what you see. She eventually will, I think, in Vanessa. Don't you want to fully experience it? Or is it because Ray said nothing was going to happen and then something has happened?
You don't need the bathroom? Not just yet. I'm ironing my shirts. I might need it at the end.
Yeah, but what does the end mean? Like how much time?
Maybe 15 minutes.
Okay, of me out of the restroom?
Yeah.
I need to finish getting my hair done and my makeup done?
That's fine.
Okay, cool. How come we never communicate like this? This is cool.
We've been doing it, mate. I would always say, hey, the door's open. I just showered. It's all yours if you need to come in, knock on the door.
We just did it one time, Aussie.
Okay. I wasn't keeping track. I really don't care, mate. Whatever you need.
But you still have to be considerate of other people.
100% considerate of other people. I feel like you say shit on camera to make me look bad, mate. It's something that's been bothering me.
Well, whatever friendship was there between Mildred and Ozzy, it's definitely falling the fuck apart now. I don't know what the truth is. I feel if Ozzy was toxic, because they've got cameras clearly around the apartment so they don't miss anything. It does feel like Mildred has tried to push Ozzy under the bus right now by just saying, why can't we communicate this good at other times? Possibly when cameras aren't rolling. That's shady as shit. Mildred, you know what you're doing. Getting to see the toxic side of Mildred could be the name of her autobiography.
Oh, yeah? I don't know who it is you dated before that stayed quiet, but you messed with the wrong person. I've been nothing but fucking nice to you. I've been there for you. You have been nothing but disrespectful and inconsiderate with me. Man, I have never done this to you. I have been nothing but nice to you. So don't sit here and say that you can't talk to me when I'm like this.
It doesn't seem like this is coming from a very nice place. Yes, Ozzy needs to do more around the house and maybe has been inconsiderate in that regard. I haven't heard Ozzy speak poorly to you in the edit, so it's hard for us to gauge that. But what you're doing now, Mildred, is shitty behavior. This is not the way for you to go about things. You wanted this to escalate into an argument, and it is. So don't be pissed off now that you're getting exactly what you wanted over wanting some specific time as to when the bathroom needed to be used. Calm the fuck down. Anyway, we're getting together in groups to make things more messy. because we want to talk about things and overshare, and it's all very good. And we're asking the question, with your new partner, what's the most annoying thing that they've done?
Partner poured ramen down our bathroom sink. So
Ramen? What?
Ramen down.
So then what happened?
That was it.
That's all you got?
Why is it me? I gave. Give me some shit.
You don't have to be scared. You can run her tea.
No, I'm just trying to feel like, why are there all these wine corks and water bottles everywhere?
But Marge plays with the water bottle.
She plays with it, but I was just like, what's going on? Like, why is there so much
Marge
shit?
is the dog.
Marge is the little dog.
That's it.
Mal's like, hang on, you've met Yoli, right? What's happening? Maybe Yoli's completely different with Xander, and Yoli is definitely acting a lot different than what Yoli originally did at the first episode. So I can see why Mal is confused. Why is Xander not seeing what other people, including me, Mal, has seen?
But if you don't have anything, that's okay. But I kind of feel like you might, and I feel like you're a little scared to say something.
Wait, about Yoli?
Yeah. Are you kidding me? With all of Yoli's quirks and all her little sass. Spill the tea, sis. You're hiding something.
Well, maybe Xander's not hiding anything and Yoli is on her best fucking behavior. Or maybe Xander is just keeping it all to herself. Hard to tell just yet, but their connection and the edit we're seeing is that they're just like vibing all the time in every aspect, which is always a trap. There has to be some shortcomings, but Mal seems pretty butthurt that Xander's not going, oh yeah, and this pissed me off, and this pissed me off, and what about this?
Aussie's friends are very important.
No,
you know,
she's 42 years old. She needs to step it up and communicate with her partner. And I think that she needs to not have someone that's going to hold her hand.
The interesting thing is that Tiff and I have been practicing a lot of really good communication.
There's a lot of yelling and arguing.
It was a lot like that in the first week. And then it started getting easier after that. We actually kind of like dug deep a little bit.
Wow. Kind of jealous.
That doesn't surprise me. So we're finding that maybe the common problem in both of those relationships could be Mildred. Mildred wants the argument. I think Mildred wants the argument because maybe following the argument comes the makeup sex, and maybe that's what Mildred wants. She wants the passion, but not necessarily that constructive. Like, she's saying that she wants communication, but really she wants it from her way, from her perspective, and done on her terms.
I got my nipples pierced.
That's horrible. I have been living with an ultimatum receiver who I have convinced of marriage.
I still believe in marriage through and through. Being with somebody who issued the ultimatum as well, it's been really affirming, and it's a wonder that Xander hasn't been like picked up yet. I'm like, she's so phenomenal, so wonderful, and so great. Do you?
Vanessa's in it for Vanessa. Vanessa wants to get the best for Vanessa and isn't really worried about Xander's anything. I don't think at all.
Like, I've just been so blessed with these people who don't ask much of me. What is with the bullshit?
When Vanessa
That's a shitty
talks,
thing to
I
say.
feel sorry for her. I don't know where the fuck you stand. I don't know.
Then what, Vanessa, you gotta, like, what are you here for? Like, ultimately, what do you want to find out about yourself or you in the relationship with Xander? Like, what do you want? Because she goes on with all this shit about how, like, well, she hasn't really had to do too much because really the people that she's with just kind of like bow down and kiss the fucking ring. So why would she have to do anything? Even her ex-boyfriend apparently just like bent over backwards to make her life better. What you doing for other people, Vanessa?
I'm not excusing her. I'm not excusing her.
Okay.
But I will say that I am not trying to talk about my ex for this entire party.
And that conversation started really nice with Xander thanking Mildred for calling out some of Vanessa's behavior with the whole FUs across the table. And then, again, Mildred just turns it into, Xander, why aren't you talking shit about Vanessa? Well, Xander's probably scared that Xander's going to end up with Vanessa still, and we're going to watch this back, and Xander would have said some stuff, and it's going to cause an argument with Vanessa. I get it. We would like Xander to be real, give us 100% of the time. But don't come for Xander because she's not going to shit on her partner. She said that she didn't appreciate that behavior, but she doesn't want to shit on her, and I get it.
Best trial marriage partner I could. I would say she's my literal best friend right now, and she's beautiful, duh, and taking things slow.
Which is like not what happened. Is there a reason why you fucked
That's
Ray?
some fun.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ray fucked you. There was penetration.
Funny? But
it's
wait,
not
what's the funny part?
It's not funny at all.
Please, can we try to see how we can overcome it? Like,
Ozzy really trying to like bring down the conflict because Ozzy doesn't like conflict. But if you're going to put Yoli, Lexi, and Vanessa in the same little group, you're always going to have the conflict. Vanessa speaks in circles and also doesn't say the truth. Vanessa just says whatever Vanessa needs to get out of this current like pickle she's in. Well, Vanessa, there was some penetration. You said it yourself. And you already know that Ray has told Lexi, so I don't know why you're so shocked by it. Lexi, also, you need to be less butthurt about this. I understand that you're worried for, I don't know, Ray's soul because she's sleeping with the devil essentially in your eyes, but she's grown. She wants to do that, then she can do that. Remember, we're embracing the whole thing.
Are you sexually attracted to Ray? Are you romantically attracted to Ray?
No.
Okay, so then this is not
and you still
about
slept
Ray
with
and you're
her.
not into her.
Wait, Lexi.
You've said I'm not attracted to Ray romantically. You have zero feelings for them, zero care about them.
It's not true.
You just said feelings for this
Friend
person.
feelings.
You don't fuck friends.
My advice is you should never screw the crew. As someone who has screwed the crew before, don't fuck friends. That is not good. It's never going to be good. They've made a bunch of movies about friends with benefits, and they're Hollywood movies, and they do end up well. But in the real world, it doesn't end that good. And for you, knowing where Ray's at, I don't know. Again, it takes two to tango. It's not all on Vanessa. But for you to like not have actual feelings for her and then cross that line, well, that feels icky.
Ray kissed you or you kissed Ray.
Well, you don't need to know that,
remember
Lexi.
who kissed who.
Was that an accident that happened? Like, was legally an accident?
Accidentally had your fingers inside of somebody else?
Yeah.
Not by accident.
She told me that you penetrated her. That's not an accident.
No. Whoops, I slipped and fell inside. That's not an accident, and stop saying that it is.
He led my hand to her vagina. But that is what happened.
Oh.
And you were like, all right,
Yes,
and I go.
And I said all right. And I said all right. But Lexi, like, I think you need to have this conversation with Ray.
My problem is with the person Ray let inside of her.
Yes. Is that it? Okay. All right. Well, I get it. You don't like that Vanessa and Ray were intimate because you really don't like Vanessa. But if it is the truth, and I don't know if it necessarily is because who knows with Vanessa what's up and what's down, if it is the truth that Ray led Vanessa to the lady garden, then that's on Ray. So speak to Ray about it. It is gross that Vanessa has decided to go through with something like that in this scenario. It's not just a hookup. If it was just a hookup, fine. But it feels more loaded than just a hookup. So I don't know if it's nice to like hook up with someone who potentially could be feeling feelings for you if you don't have any sort of romantic or attraction to them. I also don't believe that. Vanessa, you're attracted to Ray. You've said it a bunch. What is the truth? Who knows? Did you get through this entire giant rehash? I highly doubt it. But if you did, chuck it in the comments to let me know and I will celebrate you, baby. Make sure you've subscribed to this channel. If you want more Ultimatum, also you got to pop that in the comments. Because I don't know, the last video, not a lot of views. So I need to know if you really want this series to be rehashed. He's getting aggressive. For now, I'll see you in the next one, sweet baby angel. Bye-bye.